I've seen beauty, family, love. Why did you take it?
Previously on the Seraphim.
We're so glad you're here. Can you draw me a nice picture of your mom? Joph! What is that?
A man with hot arms.
Okay, children, it's cleanup time.
Boo, you stink. It's cleanup time.
It's okay. It's okay.
That is not a boy, Joph. It only looks like one, okay? It wants to hurt you.
I've never met anyone who could tell time without a watch. You're amazing.
You're bleeding.
Joph! Crystal!
There is no place for you here.
You? You did this? Bring her back! Bring them back!
Abraham Olivergado. I'm your lawyer, son.
Lawyer? What? Why?
Your parents left a directive that all their assets were to be liquidated. Everything. House, furniture, all possessions, bank accounts, the car. Anyway, it's all to be put in a blind trust. For you.
What is going on? Why didn't they tell me? I don't understand. How much is there?
There's no way of really telling when it'll run out. Depends on how you use it.
Hello, and welcome to our podcast about the making of a new motion picture entitled The Seraphim. My name is Rob Dickehuth. I am the writer and director of the movie, and today we will continue to explore the world of the Seraphim. We will talk a bit about the story, and we will do some dramatic readings from the script by the talent who have joined us today. And speaking of the talent, we are joined by our cast of actors playing key roles in the story. Taylor Stevenson will be playing an airline booking clerk. Marina Phillips will play Flight Attendant 1. Our protagonist, Joph Claring, is going to be played by John. And Laura will play Flight Attendant 2. And I will play a security guard in addition to narrating. The scene we will read today is important because it will introduce Joph as an adult. It is several years later, and we will see how he has been coping with his life after the death of his family and girlfriend. I can give you a hint, he is not doing well. But he has a mission, and it's a date with the devil. So we'll start the reading with scene 56. Okay? So we start with an exterior of an empty field during the day. It's a vast empty field with dry, burned out grass. A lone figure is treading heavily across the field. He is very shoddily clad. He's a disheveled, homeless person, totally out of the urban environment you would expect to see him in. He has burn scars on his arms and face, a ratty old knapsack on his back. He walks with his head down, mumbling to himself, coughing through a ratty, dirty, improperly worn surgical mask. As he walks through the brush, we see he is wearing filthy, worn-out tennis shoes that might have once been white. They have visible holes where his toes stick out. When he looks up, we see this is actually Joph Claring, many years later, worn down and weary, now in his 30s. He coughs repeatedly, trying to stifle it, then pauses to remove his mask for a gasping breath, spitting out his sputum. There's a loud rumbling noise, and a passenger jet passes overhead and glides to a runway. Joph watches the sight for a moment, then resumes his trek and his mumbling.
Bastard, stop, leave me alone.
Cut to an exterior shot of a municipal airport entrance, also at the daytime. Passengers are unloading luggage from cars. Baggage handlers throwing bags down chutes. Security guards overlook the action. Joph stops his trek and studies the airport, noticing the security guards. He looks over the scene for an entry point that might help him to avoid confrontation. Nearby is a small hole in the chain link fence that leads to a runway-level entrance to the terminal. Cut to an interior shot of an airline check-in counter, same time during the day. This is a slow, midweek day at this municipal airport. The terminal is sparsely populated. A counter clerk is finishing a transaction with passengers. She hands them their tickets and they walk off. The clerk is organizing her paperwork when something starts to disturb her. She looks around at her desk, sniffing for something foul. She looks up and gives out a startled gasp as she discovers Joph standing in front of her counter. He is looking down, avoiding eye contact.
Oh my God.
Joph is anxious for her not to be agitated, so he gestures to calm her down.
I'm sorry.
Yes, what do you want?
She is nervous, starting to look around. She spots a security guard near a gate entrance. She keeps glancing over, hoping to catch his eye.
Food? Are you looking for food?
Joph looks up at the flight schedule and points. The clerk looks around at the board. He is pointing to the time for a flight to Flint, Idaho.
Oh, no, you need to have a ticket. We couldn't possibly...
I want to buy one.
She succeeds in getting the guard's attention and he walks over. Joph pulls something out of his pocket and slides it towards her. It is a metallic credit card. The clerk's attitude suddenly changes as she sees the prestigious card.
Where did you get this?
I wouldn't want to bother anyone. Do you have any seats?
Yes, but you're... Well...
I'd like to buy the last three, 5 rows.
Every seat? Why?
People don't do well around me.
The security guard says, "No kidding, the way you stink? Okay, pal, let's go." Joph looks at the guard and simply yells at him at the top of his lungs.
Wait!
Oh, that does it. He grabs Joph and hauls him away. The clerk watches for a moment as they move down the hall. The manager comes up to the counter and bats away the lingering odor. Jesus, what a stink. What did he want?
5 rows.
What?
5 rows.
Oh, yeah, right. 5. Oh, shit. He looks at the card, an unusual device that displays a digital image of a driver's license on one side and a credit card on the other. The manager, incredulous, looks down the terminal towards Joph, being pulled away. Then he looks at the clerk and swallows. Not many passengers on this flight.
No.
Cut to an interior of the airplane, and Joph sits at the window seat in the back aisle of the plane, munching on peanuts. We see row after row of empty seats. A flight attendant offers Joph a mini bottle of bourbon. He takes it without looking up.
Here's your drink, sir. Compliments from the airline. Please just buzz me if there's anything I can do for you.
Can I get a pen? I want to work on the crossword.
She searches her pocket and hands him a ballpoint pen. Joph, still avoiding eye contact, takes the implement. The attendant walks off, fanning the odor out of her nose with a barely concealed look of revulsion. Cut to up at the galley, Attendant 1 huddles with Attendant 2.
That guy in the back is gross. It smells like old socks.
How do you get on? He can't have any money.
I don't know, but he bought all the seats back there.
What?
In the back of the plane, Joph is listlessly gobbling peanuts and gazing out the window. He sighs, but catches his breath on something. He sniffs his armpit, looks around, getting panicky. He lifts up and over the seat back, peering up the aisle, but there is nothing unusual. He sits back down, looking around like a cornered animal. He winces at the odor he is experiencing, braces himself for some sort of impact. A trickle of blood forms under his nose.
Ah, shit.
Nothing happens. He starts to relax. He does a double take at the cloth on the seat back in front of him. What appears to be 2 pinpoints of light reflecting off the cloth from some unknown source catches his attention. They pulse, disappear, then reappear slightly larger.
Oh, Jesus.
2 blackened and smoking talon-like hands reach out from the seat and grab him by the throat. Meanwhile, up at the galley, the 2 flight attendants are busy prepping drinks for the passengers. In the back of the plane, Joph's head briefly bobs up, and he is in great distress.
Did you see that? In the back. I thought I saw that guy.
In the back of the plane, Joph is struggling with himself in his seat, holding onto his throat, trying to catch his breath. Meanwhile, up at the galley, Joph's head bobs up and down again and again. Flight attendant 1 sees the motion out of the corner of her eye and stares down the aisle. Nothing happens for a moment. She almost looks away when suddenly Joph's head bobs up and down repeatedly at an unnaturally fast rate, his eyes bulging out. Flight attendant 1 gasps in horror. In the back of the plane, a horrifying scene of black, burned, smoking arms in a death grip, shaking him with supernatural brutality. Joph struggles mightily against the choking, disembodied hands. He gasps for air as he tries to free their grip without success in the tight quarters. He pounds the arms, scratches the arms. He is thrown back and forth in the seat, slams his head repeatedly on the seat back in front of him, and is rammed into the ceiling. He appears to be losing the struggle. Meanwhile, up at the galley, the 2 flight attendants actually rush down the aisle to see what is going on. Back in the back of the plane, though, Joph is, this time, we just see him with no arms grasping him, but he is still choking and appears to be held down into the seat cushion next to him. On the verge of unconsciousness, with one last act of desperation, he grabs the pen that he was using on the newspaper and jabs the arms, holding and choking him with all his might. Flight attendant 1 approaches the last row when suddenly Joph pops up coughing and clearing his throat.
Sir, are you all right?
Nuts.
Can I get you some water or something?
He waves affirmative, but signals he is okay.
Are you sure you're all right?
He nods and waves them away as he continues to clear his throat. The 2 attendants look at each other and hesitantly return to the front. Joph falls back in his seat, trying to relax and recover. The seat back where the arms came out is smoking from heat. And that's the end of scene 64. That was great. Thanks, everyone. Let's open things up now and discuss your thoughts about this scene. What were your impression of the characters and their reactions. John, what were you thinking was going on with with Joph at this point?
I mean, the first time I read it, it's again trying not to spoil too much, but you're coming in with a clean slate on Joph in this scene, so like the audience is really learning where this guy is at in this moment in time. Honestly, at the same time as a lot of the other characters interacting with Joph, right? Like the flight attendants are sort of figuring out what this guy's deal is. The manager, the security guards, like all these people are encountering Joph at the same time with the audience. And I think we have all the same questions these people do, is like, who is this guy? Why is he in the shape that he's in? What is this mysterious, very prestigious looking credit card, and the incongruity of that to how he's presenting? So is it a ruse? Is it intentional? I think this scene, to me, it sort of jump starts everything by asking a whole lot of questions that, I want to know the answers to.
Right. And we're seeing two different realities here, aren't we?
Totally. I mean, that's always, a fun element of, I think, this genre of horror is what is real and what is in someone's head is sort of a mercurial thing, right? It's not a hard line, right? Are those hands choking him real? Are they totally imagined? Can other people see them? Are they a threat to other people? Just, like I said, more questions. And in horror, questions are usually pretty scary, I think.
Yeah.
Will you wait to figure out what's going on? How long can you extend that tension?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that sets up an interesting dichotomy there, isn't it? Because if he has the clout to buy 5 rows of seats in an airplane, why does he look like a homeless bum? He obviously doesn't need to be. So, yeah, it's an interesting dichotomy. Okay, our time is up for today, so I'd like to thank our actors for joining us today, and there's more to come. In the next episode, Joph will have another more shocking encounter with evil as it attempts to stop whatever mission Joph is on. So please like this video and subscribe to our channel for the latest updates as we talk more about the production of our film, The Seraphim.
One of the things that moved me about your script so much is not only is there such a very intelligent world building going on in your script, but it is very natural and organic. And when I read it, I had an emotional response that it almost confirmed my belief in the world, even though I don't necessarily believe in angels and demons, so to speak, or the angel mythology, but somehow it was very satisfying to read your screenplay. And I wonder, I don't know why that is. Probably because, well, you're very talented and you did a great job having it resonate on the page, right? So I wonder, what do you think it will be like for somebody who doesn't necessarily, maybe just like me, who doesn't necessarily believe in the mythology, and then watches your movie, reads your script, and they start to believe in this mythology? How do you think their worldview changes? How that maybe their moral behavior, not to get too philosophical, but your script is such a wide landscape of great themes. So I would love to get your take on it, since you are the creator.
Well, I think the main concern that I had about this story and how I wanted to differentiate it from anything else that's been done in the supernatural category having to do with angels and demons was I wanted to really take the religion out of it, because my concern was that as soon as we brought in a lot of religious aspects and tenets and teachings and and that sort of thing, that it would immediately create an expectation, a bias, if you will, on the part of the audience. And I didn't want to do that. I wanted to, yes, in the final analysis, it is angels and demons, but can we not talk about the subject in a way that's more relatable and sort of sets aside those issues? Now, I will say that to ground my character, my lead character, I did want to show him as being raised in a Christian environment. So we do have a brief scene with his family in a church, so that we can get the fact that he is grounded in an essential Judeo-Christian ethic. But after that, I wanted to stray away from that immediately. And I just wanted to go directly to the kind of struggle that will raise questions, because the first thing somebody might ask was, well, why doesn't Joph run to the local parish, the local minister, to see if he has any answers as to what's going on? And the answer is that he can't, because the entity makes it clear that any personal relationship he will end, or it will end. So that meant, with that as a linchpin, I could take away the religious aspects and just show what happens, see what he deals with, see what he confronts, dwell on his dreams, and he does have dreams, and just use that as the way to sort of imply things, because he's also doing a lot of existential wondering, questioning, what's going on, what's happening to me. And as I had said previously, that he has taken his experiences and developed an essential philosophy that something is going on. It's important what happens. He's caught in the middle of a struggle that he doesn't fully understand, but he's trying to do the best he can under the circumstances. So that, I think, does that answer your question?
It does.